Hi guys, welcome to Annie's Math and Science. In this video, we are going to see about multiplying polynomials. What is a polynomial? Polynomial means some terms like this one is having two terms. Some terms are actually separated by plus or minus signs. That is actually called polynomials. If there is only one term like this 3x squared, that is only one term. That is actually called monomial. If it is having two terms, then you can call it as binomial. Three terms means trinomial, and more than three terms means you can call it as polynomial. Okay, now in this question, we are actually going to multiply a monomial with a binomial. So for that, you must multiply the monomial with each and every term inside the bracket. Okay, so here now 3x square is actually multiplied by x cube. So this one is having a coefficient 1, and so when you multiply 3 and 1, you will get 3, and then x to the power 5, because when you multiply two variables and they are having the same basis, you have to add the exponents. So x to the power 5, and then you have to multiply 3x squared with 4. So what is the operation in between? That is actually plus, so you have to write plus, and then 3x squared times 4. So the numbers are 3 and 4. When you multiply 3 and 4, that will be equal to 12. And then only x squared is here and there is no variable in this term, so you can write it as x squared. So this is how you can multiply a monomial with a binomial. In this question, we can multiply a binomial with a trinomial. Trinomial means it has three terms, so and they are separated by minus in here, and so you have to multiply these two brackets. For this one, you have to multiply 3. This is the first term of the binomial, and you have to multiply 3b with each and every term inside the next bracket. So 3b times 3b square means 3 times 3 is 9. And then b times b square is actually b cube, because this is having a power 1, and so 1 plus 2 will be 3. And so then you have to multiply 3b with bc. So what is the sign in between? Minus, and this one is having a plus sign, so minus and plus will be minus. So 3 times, this is having a coefficient 1, so 3 times 1 is 3. And you have b in here and also here, so 1 plus 1 will be b square, and then c is also there. Okay, and then you have to multiply 3b with minus 2c square. So minus 3 times 2 is 6, and then b is here and there is no b here, so you can write b as it is, and here you have c square, so you have to write c square. There is no c in here, so you don't have to worry about it. So this is how you can multiply first term with all three terms inside the bracket. Now you have to go for the second term. Second term is actually minus 2c, so you have to multiply each and every term inside the second bracket by minus 2c. So in here you have minus sign, and here you have plus sign. So plus and minus will be minus. So minus 2 times 3 is actually 6, and then b square and c. Okay, and then the next term, here you have minus, here also you have minus, so minus and minus will be plus. So 2 times 1 is 2, and then b c square, because you have b here and also c, two c's are there, so c1 and c1, so you have to add them, and c square will be the answer. Okay, and now you have to multiply minus 2c by minus 2c square. And this is also holding a negative sign, and this is also having a negative sign, so it will become plus. So 2 times 2 is actually 4, c to the power 3. Okay, now you have to see whether you have like terms here. Okay, so this is b square c, there is b square c in here, this is bc square, and this is bc square, so they are like terms, you can put them together. So that is equal to 9b cube, and minus 3 minus 6 will be minus 9 b square c, so this is gone and this is also gone. Now you have minus 6 bc square and plus 2 bc square, so which will be minus 4 minus 6 plus 2 will be, if one is having positive sign and the other one is having negative sign, so you have to find the difference and put the sign of the bigger number. So bigger number is actually 6, so 6 minus 2 will be 4, and 6 is holding negative sign, you have to put the negative sign. So 4bc squared plus 4c cubed. This is how you can multiply a binomial with a trinomial. In this question, we have to expand this one, like x plus y to the power 3. So how can you expand, how can you write it in two different brackets so that you can multiply? So this is actually x plus y times x plus y times x plus y. So there are three different brackets. Now we have three brackets in here. So for that, you have to multiply these two brackets first, and then from the answer, with that answer, you have to multiply the third one, the third bracket. Okay, so let us see how can we do that. And so you have to first multiply these two brackets. So x times x, which will be x squared, and then you are multiplying x with y, so that will be xy, and here, so you finished with this x, and now you can go to the next term. So y times x is actually plus xy, plus y times y will be y squared. Okay, so this is the value, and here you can see like whether there are any like terms. When you multiply, always you have to make sure there are any like terms, and so that you can put them together. Here in this case you have xy and xy, you can put them together. So x square plus 2xy plus y square. Okay, now you have to multiply the third bracket with this one. So this is actually x plus y, and now we can multiply x squared with these two terms. So x squared times x will be, x squared times x will be x cube, and then x squared times y will be x squared y. So you are finished with the first term, and then go to the next term. 2xy times x will be 2, because there is no x coefficient in here. So 2 times 1 will be 2, and then x times x will be x squared, and then y, and then you are multiplying with this with y. So plus 2x y squared. So because only one x in here, and y times y will be y squared, plus, now you have to multiply with the third term. Y squared times x will be x y squared, and then you are multiplying y squared and y, so that will be equal to y cube. Okay, now let's see like whether there are any like terms. So these two are same. So x cube, this is having coefficient 1 and this is 2, so 1 plus 2 will be 3x squared y, and plus 2xy squared, and xy squared is there, and again you can write 3xy squared plus y cube. So until here it's easy, like you know, x plus y to the power 2, x plus y to the power 3, it is easy. If you have more powers in here, then you have to use some identities or Pascal's triangle. Okay, I will show you about Pascal's triangle now. This is actually called Pascal's triangle. So you have to write 1 at the top, and you have to write 2 ones. So this is actually a plus b to the power 0. So if there is no power and it is 0, the value will be equal to 1. And when you have just a plus b, this is actually to the power 1. So the coefficient of a is also 1, b is also 1. So 1 and 1. Then you have to add 1. You have to keep on adding 1 for each and every row. Okay, so at the end and also in the beginning. So 1, and then you have to add these two, and here also you can add these two and you will get 2. And you have to add 1 at the end. Now you have to add these two, and then 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3. And then you have to add these two, and 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3. And this is 1. And now you have to add these two and get 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is actually 6. 3 plus 1 is actually 4. And now 1 plus 4 is actually 5. 4 plus 6 is actually 10. And 6 plus 4 is 10 again. And 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, this is how you can write the Pascal's triangle. So you will not confuse if you learn in this way. Okay, now let's see how can you use Pascal's triangle to write or expand any brackets or functions or expressions. This is for a plus b to the power 2, and this is for a plus b to the power 3, and this is for a plus b to the power 4, and this is for a plus b to the power 5. Okay, so now we can see like how can we use Pascal's triangle to expand the brackets. Okay, so the question is y minus 3 to the power 4, and so a plus b to the power 4 is the coefficients are 1, 4, 6, 4 and 1. Okay, now we can write the coefficients like 1, and then what is the power here, like y to the power 4. So you have to write the terms in the decreasing order of the exponents. Okay, like power will be decreasing 4, 3, 2, 1 like that. And for this one, for the second term, the power will be increasing. So here you have y to the power 4, so y to the power 4, and then negative 3 to the power 0. Okay, so you have to start from 0 for the second term, and you have to start from the power whatever it's given for the first term. Okay, and then plus, what is the next number? 4 in here. So 4 is the second number. So 4 is the coefficient for second term, and then you have to write y to the power 3 because it's decreasing, and then minus 3 to the power 1 because it's increasing, and then plus what is the next number? 6. So 6 y squared, and then minus 3 to the power 2. Okay, plus what is the next number? 4. So 4 y to the power 1, and then minus 3 to the power 3. Okay, and then the next number is actually 1. So 1 y to the power 0, and then minus 3 to the power 4. Okay, now we can see like we have to simplify everything. So 1 times y to the power 4 and minus 3 to the power 0. Anything to the power 0 is actually 1. So only y to the power 4 is actually left in here. Plus here 4 times minus 3 will be minus 12. So you have to put minus in here. So minus 12y cube. Okay. And then here you have 6 times y squared, and then this is actually 9. Plus 4 times y, and then minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 3 is actually minus 27. So this will become, this is 27, and this will become minus. Okay, and then minus 3 to the power 4 will be equal to, this is y to the power 0 is actually 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. Minus 3 to the power 4 is actually 81, because minus 3 to the power 4 is actually minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 3. So 2 minus will become, minus times minus will become plus, and minus times minus will become plus. So you will have plus sign, and then 3 to the power 4 is actually 81. Let's simplify further. So for that, okay, the next step is actually y4. This is the final answer. Minus 12y cube. 9 times 6 is actually 54. 54y squared. And then minus 27 times 4 will be 108y plus 81. So this is how you can expand the brackets having high powers like this. So it's easy when you use the Pascal's triangle. There are some formulas also to make your life easier. So if a plus b the whole square is actually a square plus 2ab plus b square. So if a square is the first term, so first the square of first term, and then 2 times first term times second term. So 2ab, and the third term is actually b square, second term square. Okay, and here in this case, if there is minus in between, then a square and the middle term will be negative, because 2 times a times minus b will be minus 2 times a times b, and so the third term will be the square of second term. So which means minus b the whole square will be equal to plus b square. Okay, this is actually called difference between the squares, difference between the perfect squares. Okay, a square minus b square. In this case, you will have, like, see, the same numbers, but you have different signs in the brackets. Okay, this is having plus means the other one is having minus. So let us see, like, how can we expand it using these formulas. This is for square, and like, you know, cube also there is a formula. So this is actually x plus y, the whole cube is equal to x cube plus x 3xy square plus 3 x square y plus y cube. Okay, so there are formulas for this one also, and instead of minus you have plus in here. So if there is minus also, you can substitute in here and expand it. So let us see how can you do this one. So this is actually, you have to square the first term, 2x the whole square, plus, and then you have to multiply all these three things. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 3 is 12. So this is 12x plus square of the second term, which is 9. So let us simplify. 4x square plus 12x plus 9. So this is the answer. It's quite simple, right? If you are using the formula, it's very easy. Otherwise, you have to multiply each and every term, like you have to expand like this, 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3. You have to put it in this way, and you have to multiply with each and every term. In here there is minus, so let's see, like 4x to the power square and then minus, and so you have to multiply all these three terms, all these three things. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 times 4 is 40, so 40x and then plus 25. Okay, so because 5 square will be equal to 25, and so the final answer will be 4 square. So if you are squaring, you have to square both things. Okay, you have to square both like, you know, things inside the bracket, or any, like if you have three numbers and variables are there, then you have to multiply with each and every, or square it with each and every number inside. So 4 square is actually 16, 16x square minus 40x plus 25. So this is how you can use minus. Okay, so it's quite similar. It's otherwise you have to multiply with each and every term, so this will be longer. Okay, and then let's go for the difference between perfect squares. Let us see. So 4x plus 5 and then 4x minus 5. See here, the first term and the second term are same. Only difference is there is plus and there is minus in here. So how can you write this? The first term square, which is 4x the whole square, and then minus, what is the second term? 5. So you just have to write 5 in here, 5 square. So 5 square is actually 25, and the first term will be 16x square minus 25. So this is the answer. And like if you multiply in the normal way also, you will get the same answer. See, 4 times 4x, 4x times 4x is actually 16x square. And then when you multiply this with this one, you will have minus 20x. And then when you multiply this with this one, so you will get plus 20x. And then when you multiply 5 by minus 5, you will have minus 25. See, in here minus 20x and plus 20x will be cancelled. The answer will be 16x squared minus 25. So this is how we can multiply polynomials.